2022, I got shredded for the photo shoot in only 14 weeks. And here's the crazy thing, I very rarely felt hungry. In this video, I'm going to show my 10 favorite hacks to help keep hunger cravings at bay when you're trying to lose weight. It's the same 10 hacks I've shared to help over 4,000 busy professionals get into the best physical and mental shape of their life, despite managing a high pressure job, long working hours, young kids, travel, and a busy social life. You ready? Let's dive in. If you want to lose weight, the truth is at some point, you're going to experience a little bit of hunger. Now, we all know things like managing stress, drinking lots of water, eating your veggies, and getting enough sleep is an important part of hunger management. So today, we're going to go over some of the lesser known strategies that can make a difference in how you feel day to day when you're attempting to lose weight. I think of the hunger that slowly increases in a weight loss phase as your body's way of telling you it's burning body fat. It's a simple, good mental trick to help you embrace the inevitable hunger that comes. This period of weight loss will put you in situations where hunger is high and you'll need strategies to help you. Whether it's to deal with social events, face day-to-day life, or make the process easier, here are my 10 best tricks. By the way, after you listen to the 10th, your approach to hunger and cravings may just change forever. Number 1, drink coffee, green and/or herbal teas. This is my favorite way of suppressing my appetite when in the latter stages of dieting. The way I like to split this up is to have 1 to 2 black coffees in the morning before midday, a green tea early afternoon, and then herbal teas in the evening. There's a few different mechanisms at play that make this an effective and awesome strategy. The caffeine in the black coffee helps suppress early appetite in the day and can be used in conjunction with the 5th hack I share in this video, so stay tuned for that. Green tea, whilst it contains some caffeine, it's far less than normal coffee, but it also contains something called theanine, which can counteract some of the effects of caffeine, making for a much mellower drink when you want a mood enhancer as well as an energizer. In the evenings, you want to avoid caffeine to help you with sleep, so herbal teas can be really powerful here. The volume of liquid, coupled with the heat, can again improve mood, relax your body, and take your mind off any late night cravings. If you time your hot drinks throughout the day between meals, you can create a really nice steady state of appetite control. Number 2, celery sticks with black pepper. This sounds disgusting on paper, but for my 2017 bodybuilding preparation, it was my go-to appetite suppressant at the tail end of the diet. This humble vegetable boasts a whopping 8 calories per stick, yet it takes a lot of chewing to digest it. This is why I think it works so well. It almost deceives your body into thinking it's eating something much more substantial. The very act of chewing and the salivary enzyme and hormonal response it triggers tricks your body into reducing hunger. This mechanism is also why something like sugar-free chewing gum works well too. With celery, however, you're also getting some health benefits too, including a nice dose of both insoluble and soluble fiber. Although there's no specific reason for the black pepper, I think it works well in combination. If I had to put it to anything, I'd say it's the slightly spicy kick of having raw black pepper straight on top that helps. Number 3, take psyllium husk in between meals. The reason psyllium husk works so well with appetite suppression is that it mixes with water in your digestive tract and then expands and swells. Try this. Add a teaspoon of psyllium husk into water, and instead of drinking it, leave it a few minutes and watch it expand into a big lump. This is what happens in your stomach and how it manages to keep you fuller for longer. If you're taking it for appetite regulation, 2 to 3 grams after your meal seems to be the best. The only thing is, make sure you increase your water intake to match that increased fiber consumption and to maintain regularity. Number 4, diet fizzy drinks and/or sparkling water. Diet drinks face a lot of flack, but if you live a generally healthy lifestyle and you keep it in moderation, it's not the end of the world. They can be a real help to not only squash appetite, but also lift your mood and allow you to stay social too. In fact, when I'm out and about in the evening during a period of dieting, ordering a Coke Zero is a staple of mine, especially if I'd rather not drink alcohol. It deceives people around me into thinking I'm drinking, so they don't ask annoying questions, and you can enjoy the evening without feeling like you're missing out. A few things are at work here. Firstly, the bubbles from the fizz will help fill your stomach, which is also why sparkling water works so well when dieting. Second, you get a small caffeine hit that has direct links to appetite suppression. This may or may not be preferable during the time of day that you drink this, though I found the small caffeine hit not to make that much of a difference if it's just 1 at night. Number 5, delaying your first meal of the day. The best way to explain this tip is this. Would you rather spread 4 meals out over 12 hours or 16 hours? 9 times out of 10, you'll go with the former option when you're dieting hard. By delaying your first meal of the day and creating a shorter eating window, you'll feel fuller through the day and less prone to blood sugar drops that are common when you're trying to get into condition. What I personally do when dieting is wake up, go outside for a 30-45 minute walk, have a coffee, and do an hour or so of work before eating my first meal, which ends up being about 2 to 3 hours after waking. To confirm, I'm not referring to extended periods of fasting here or clock watching to eating windows. It's simply delaying your first meal a few hours. A trap I see here is when you start to abuse caffeine, you push your meals further and further back, only to end up crashing and reaching for something convenient. Number 6, go for walks. When you next feel like reaching for that bag of biscuits, head outside for a walk. It's been shown to positively affect the brain chemicals responsible for regulating mood and cravings. It doesn't have to be a lot either. 15 minutes at a moderate pace is usually enough to squash any temporary cravings. An added bonus of this is that you'll increase your general day-to-day activity and be closer to your daily step goals. An evening walk followed by herbal tea is one of my favorite ways to relax and avoid late night snacking temptations when you're dieting. Number 7, plan your meals in advance with set food choices to limit decision fatigue. If you have no nutrition strategy with zero structure, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to be thinking about food all day long, wondering what to eat, when to eat, and how you're going to get it. Instead, if you can plan what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat, and how you'll prepare it, all well in advance, food won't dominate your thoughts, and as a result, you won't have natural urges to want to eat. This is especially true if you're in and out of meetings all day, working a busy job, juggling kids' activities, and overall, just living a busy lifestyle. If you can automate 80% of your nutrition strategy, your food focus will drop dramatically, as well as your risk of picking up the wrong foods. Number 8, take at least 15 to 20 minutes to eat your meals. It sounds counterintuitive, but if you have a busy lifestyle, if you can give yourself 15 to 20 minutes to eat, you'll feel fuller, both in the moment and for longer, and you'll improve your digestion. Simple tricks like chewing your food 20 times, putting your knife and fork down between bites, and eating without electronics can all help reduce the feelings of being hungry between meals. Number 9, take a whole food, plant-based approach. I've been shredded 4 times in my life. The best experience I've had is when adopting a whole food, plant-based approach. The high volumes that come with this approach ticks every satiety box. For example, in 2022, during my road to vegan shredded, my dinner every night was a mix of tempeh, edamame or lentil pasta, beans or lentils, and a ton of vegetables. In previous attempts, it'd be chicken, a bit of rice, and vegetables. Just the sheer volume and look of my plate made this diet much easier, especially knowing that even when I was on 1350 calories, my dinner plate would remain bigger than my wife's. Number 10, remember hunger is your opportunity to grow. Losing weight is 50% managing your stress and emotions. It's stress and emotions that tend to trigger cravings the most. So the way I like to approach weight loss is using it as an opportunity to rewire bad eating habits and experience personal growth. When you're hungry, rather than feeling the urge to eat, sit with the feelings of hunger. Sit with it, listen to it, observe your thoughts, and let the feeling pass. If you can control what you put in your mouth, you can control anything in your life. If you can master hunger and cravings, you'd be surprised how much you can master other domains of your life. This approach requires no hacks. In fact, this approach is a fundamental basis of learning how to stay in great shape despite a busy lifestyle. Because you know why you want to be fit and healthy, and most of all, the person you want to become in the future. Dieting to lose a bit of weight is easy. Dieting to get into the best shape of your life is a different ballgame. One of the biggest growth opportunity lies in managing the hunger and cravings you face during the final 4 to 8 weeks of a weight loss period. Because you can come toe to toe with what triggers you, what environments cause cravings, and how you manage your body's hunger signal. Most hunger and cravings are simply in our head. So whilst the previous 9 hacks can help keep it at bay, this 10th hack is what will turn mere weight loss into total mind and body transformation. You'll have seen a ton of amazing before and after images during this video and on our channel. Each and every one of our members at Honesty Fitness has pushed themselves way beyond what they thought was possible. And there's a period in their weight loss where you go through what I like to call the grind stage. It's when you're laser focused and all in on your transformation. This is when you learn your true hunger signals, and perhaps for the first time in your life, what actual hunger is. Because it's so common and so easy to eat because of social norms, habit, and boredom. You might do it now, where you eat mindlessly at work, at home, in front of the TV, or in social situations. The grind exposes these habits and puts into question how you actually feel with different people in different environments and the different aspects of what you do in life. This period, which usually comes with it a ton of accountability, means you can't mindlessly eat anymore. If you're used to snacking in front of the TV during evening Netflix, suddenly it's not an option, else you'll not achieve the shape you desire. Instead, you have to sit with the feeling and break bad habits. This is when the transformation takes on a life of its own. It's when I see people making bold decisions with their careers and relationships during or shortly after this grind stage. When you lose the weight, you can then take the learnings to figure out how to stay in shape later. Weight loss done correctly means you'll not only leave the physical weight behind, but the mental and emotional weight that's held you back and triggered the cravings all along. Maybe it was uncovering trauma from childhood. Maybe it was realizing you're in a dead end job. Maybe it was figuring out your relationship isn't working. Whatever it is, the reason to push yourself in a body transformation is for the unexpected mental and emotional benefits you stand to gain. So that's a wrap. 10 hacks to manage your hunger and cravings whilst you lose weight and figure out how to keep it off. If you're trying to lose weight now, I'd love to hear which of the 10 you're going to try. And if you have any I've not mentioned, drop it in the comments below. And if you've made it this far and you're wondering if you're ready to go through a transformation I mentioned, you might want to try a free 5-minute quiz at www.rntfitness.com/transform. Also linked in the description below. I'll see you on the next one.